At this depth, the ship is not a place. It's a continent of metal. Corrosion turns structure into a minefield of edges.
Entry is never a door here, only a wound.
Stopping is how you survive entrapment. Inside, the floor is the most fragile thing you can touch. A curved frame is where suit shoulders get caught. Every loose line is a question you don't want to answer. Most objects survive only because something pinned them. Valuables become geology down here. The room kept its last occupant when the world moved on.
Leaving a room is how you keep it undisturbed.
Vibration means load shifting somewhere you can't see.
Patience is the only quiet tool you have.
Voids cause disorientation faster than darkness does. Small spaces turn errors into traps.
Private rooms make the wreck feel personal.
Drawers are time capsules when walls collapse. The best preservation is often non-interference.
Even in ruin, posture becomes a final sentence.
Cabins are quiet. Intersections are where danger spreads.
Sometimes the outside is more alive than the ship.
In a wreck, stillness is camouflage.
When the sea patrols a doorway, you find another door.
Metal systems fail into hooks and loops. A nameplate can outlast the person it labeled. Curved frames turn panic into a wedge. Workspaces survive as outlines. Tools become fossils.
Service spaces connect to everything, like veins.
The ship's elegance is gone, but its layout still speaks. If it moves once, it can move again.
Big rooms don't feel safe. They feel unowned. Predation doesn't stop. Only the stage changes.
Sometimes survival is just choosing not to look.
The cleanest line is the safest line.
A millimeter matters when the metal is brittle.
Luggage is autobiography in hardware. Even luxury becomes sediment. The ship rearranged lives into storage. You leave the fragile rooms untouched, or you lose the ship to silt.
Snags happen where you stop looking.
A clean pass is a silent pass.
Low ceilings concentrate risk. Every vibration feels louder.
Sometimes the safest place is the smallest.
If the frame bites, you stop. Never push.
Even conflict outside can become danger inside.
Predators notice motion, not intention. The quiet route is usually the safe route. Labels remain when meaning is gone.
Force makes clouds. Control makes clarity.
Objects survive best when nobody tries to save them.
Sometimes seen is the only safe form of found.
Authority and fear end the same way here.
You don't conquer a wreck. You borrow a path through it.
Sound tells you where stress lives. Currents don't argue, they relocate you.
Cross fast, then anchor your mind to structure.
Luxury doesn't protect you from physics.
First-class spaces become just another compartment to the sea.
The sea already has the key.
Sometimes what's missing tells the longest story.
In the end, the ship stored everyone the same way.
Big rooms punish careless exits. When the outside moves, you stop being a silhouette.
Predators read motion like language.
If the sea guards one path, the ship offers another.
A tremor means something shifted. Maybe far, maybe close.
The ship speeds in vibrations. Listen before you move.
Every meter forward is borrowed from the wreck's patience.
Systems fail into sharp geometry. If the frame bites, you back out. In machinery spaces, every protrusion is a trap.
The ship has missing floors now, like missing memories.
Structure is reference. Reference is survival.
Loose lines are silent hands.
Crew identity survived in metal when paper didn't.
The wreck doesn't want speed, it wants precision.
Movement is optional. Visibility is not.
When sight fails, the line becomes your eyes. Vertical voids are where orientation dies first.
A single misstep becomes a long fall.
Entrapment begins where people rush.
Cargo becomes the shift's buried conversation.
The safest touch is the briefest one.
The wreck stored lives the way it stored freight. Heavy plating is safer until it isn't.
The ship's spine still guides you.
Big spaces amplify small mistakes.
When the room is vast, the wall is your map.
Labels outlast instruments.
Sound means stress, and stress means move.
Shelter is not comfort, it is control.
If you can pass once, you may need to pass again.
The ship's social spaces became a labyrinth of rust. You don't open doors here, you negotiate with them.
Small rooms hide objects by being inconvenient. The smallest objects survive because they are trapped.
Personal style becomes debris, but it still speaks.
What mattered in life still gathers around the dead.
Small rooms are fragile. Big openings are disorienting. Open space is where direction disappears.
In silt, motion is the enemy.
If you lose the line, you lose the ship.
After a cloud, you choose the narrowest certainty.
Aggression is energy. Energy draws attention.
Sometimes the bravest move is choosing a different corridor.
Rims cut suits. Patience saves suits. Messages traveled this far and then stopped forever. Even the act of carrying becomes a final pose.
When the ship moves, you let it finish speaking.
Documentation is the only thing you should take.
Leaving is easy. Leaving clean is hard.
Old directions describe a ship that no longer exists. If the frame grabs you, the wreck keeps you.
Every doorway is a promise and a threat.
Keys remain, but doors are gone.
Predators patrol edges. Openings are edges.
Stillness is camouflage in a wreck. Narrow passages punish impatience.
Loose wire becomes a net when you drift.
Luxury becomes inventory when the sea takes over.
Workplaces hold the quietest tragedies.
Public spaces collapse into unfamiliar shapes.
Big rooms hide small traps.
The grandest rooms become the easiest to misread.
Some artifacts survive best by staying buried.
Noise is his structure admitting fatigue.
Control returns in smaller spaces.
Textiles become ghosts that shatter if moved.
Some visitors fit through gaps you can't.
If the hull breathes, step back from the lungs.
The center is where the wreck hides its dust.
Open voids, steel orientation first.
The quietest silt is the most dangerous. Travel ended here, but possessions stayed in formation.
Memory survives as shape, not function.
Out here, attention is a hazard.
The ship stays. The witness leaves.
Some places are meant to be remembered, not entered. The body points where the life once reached.
Leaving softly is the price of going deeper.
More pipes means more history and more hazards.
If you force it, you'll pay for it.
Large machinery makes small people reckless.
In big rooms, you navigate by mass.
Choke points are where rescues begin.
Stop first. Think second. Move last.
A guideline is a promise you can keep.
If the ocean argues outside, you don't interrupt.
Predatory scenes end quickly, but curiosity lingers.
You cross only when the sea forgets you.
Not every opening is an invitation.
Drawers keep secrets by refusing to open.
Time becomes an object you can't reopen. A step can last a century when it never finishes.
Large animals investigate pressure changes like scent. Sometimes you retreat to keep the story alive.
Quieter corridors are often structurally safer.
Crew spaces keep the ship's daily heartbeat. Aims survive by clinging to metal.
Even rest has a final posture here.
If the hull complains, you don't argue back.
Detours are how wrecks allow you to leave.
Oval frames are where entrapment starts.
Slow is a visibility tool.
Feeding creates noise even in silence. Movement, not sound.
When the ocean watches the windows, you use the hallway. The wall is the compass.
Stopping is how you survive a silt out. Threshold silt is a trap, but you can't see until it blooms.
Sometimes you hide your light by where you aim it. Predators follow structure like roads. The bravest move is the one you don't take.
When labels vanish, structure becomes language.
Fragile objects survive best when left untouched.
Exits become valuable when the wreck starts shifting.
Windows invite eyes from both sides. The sea arranged the remains by force.
Sound means stress, and stress means move.
Every re-entry is a new wreck. The wreck is a maze that bites. The center is where visibility dies.
Clearance is a calculation, not a guess.
An exit is only safe if you can find it again.
Scale is the ship's final lesson. Out here, attention is a hazard.
The line is the exit when the wreck is behind you.
Some places are meant to be remembered, not entered.